Tonight, the Lombardi Trophy's in the building, and we've got a fight to see who's gonna raise it. Between the Seattle Seahawks and the Baltimore Ravens. Kate Scott and Brock Heward, happy to have you with us. And this an unusual spot to be, Brock. Both teams here, well, they have fought and earned their way to this one. Yet this still looks like could be one of the more lopsided Super Bowl matchups that we have seen in our time in the NFL.
It looks that way on paper, but we know. We've watched it through the centuries, right? We know that upsets happen in this moment. Broadway Joe's guarantee and the Jets win. It's just the third Super Bowl. David Tyree's helmet catch as those Giants shock the Patriots in their perfection. And that lesser-known Tom Brady, yeah, they too got past the greatest show on turf. This moment, underdogs emerge.
Crosses midfield, and he's still going. Into the red zone. He took it all the way. Oh, baby, what a return. Touchdown. So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So a nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
The extra point is up and through by Luke. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. What do you think, Brock? Did we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Straight to the air they go. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Joe Rowe from the gun. To the left. He's got a roll up. He'll get him 5 yards as he gets this up to the 25. Offensive line fast. Third and short, it's Milroe. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down. So they couldn't throw for it on 3rd down, and as a result, they're headed off the field earlier than expected on their opening series.
Keeping him off the scoreboard, well, that's already a win defensively. Not letting him even cross midfield, that's the cherry on top.
And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20.
22-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And some excellent work to drive them all the way out past the 30-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets them the first.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. This one left for Lamar. Nice seam in the defense as he crosses the 45. He heads out of bounds. Great run there by the QB. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Finds his man. It's Rashad Bateman. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw go for those yards in the double coverage. That is way too much risk for that reward.
This one's set up for Lamar. He has room past the 25. He gets loose down the right side. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens take a 13-0 lead. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens drive out to an early 14-0 lead. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Shaheed now to return. Showing a little burst so far. And an excellent effort there sets him up almost at midfield.
When you get contributions like that on your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Dose of the hurry-up offense here. Shotgun now for Milrow. This is Cup. That's Cup. And he takes it down to the 33. That's a good find from the Alabama rookie, and that'll give him a new set of downs. First down now, ball at the 33. Milrow looking to throw. Johnson here on the dump off. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks lower the deficit to a single possession. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And he'll decide to pass on the return here and take the touchback instead.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up first and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. First down, and they go right back to it. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Stopped by the perennial All-Pro and Defensive Player of the Year contender. That's T.J. Watt. And they're finally able to get to him and touch him down, but damage already done as they pick up that first down.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Jackson quick pass wide. And he's tackled for a short gain. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. And that is Cox, touchdown Baltimore. The Ravens make it a 12-point game in the first. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. Here's Luke for the point after. The kick is good, and expect that to stand now. This flag appears to be the player who jumps early looking to block that kick. All right, so they like the results on the field, and they're going to decline this penalty.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Shaheed now to return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10.
Let's go now.
Throwing here, Milrow. Short pass brought in. This one up to about the 27-yard line. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now they're going to face third down.
Trap 50. Here we go. Stop. Viking 18. Buffalo 18. Ready.
Third and long. They're going to throw. It's on target to Johnson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. Working quickly here.
First down, Seattle.
60 Bobcat. 60
Here's Milrow. First and 10. Finding Johnson once more. And he takes it up and across midfield into Ravens territory.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. And they'll come up on first and 10.
Cowboy 80. Get it.
From the gun, Johnson. He's got to gain a 6 there. Brought down by the versatile all-pro Kyle Hamilton. Offense in a hurry up here. They send the receiver in motion right. From the gun, Milrow. Has it down close. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks make it a one-score game. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with. Right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, he'll look forward.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Here's Western on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Baltimore offense to the line now. First and 10. They run. Here's Henry. And he stops quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got second and 8. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up second and 8.
Gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
So Super Bowl 60, a quarter of the way done. It's the Ravens flying to an early lead. More from Santa Clara coming up. Enough waiting, we're back, and it's time to resume play here in Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara. Lamar now from the gun. They'll have it second and 8. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Cling to that lead and find a way to convert this third down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. They'll air it out on third. And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off with that gain. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
From the gun, Jackson. Bails out of the pocket quick. Connecting on the slant. At the 20. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens go up by 12.
You know, Kate, there's a reason that slant route has been in playbooks, I don't know, since football began. Because if you hit that receiver on the run, on target, on time, big plays can follow.
And he's into the end zone for 2. That sets him up with a 14-point lead. Man, Brock saw his versatility in back-to-back plays, switching things up. This time he runs it in himself to add 2 to that touchdown strike.
It is so deflating to a defense, so tough to defend the quarterback that first beats you with his arms, and then he puts those 2, as he said, on with his legs. This dude is a true dual-threat difference maker.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Shaheed motioning right. First down throw here from Milroe. Looking downfield, snagged by Arroyo. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Working quickly here. Milroe with it on first. Has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Milroe now to throw. Brought in inside the 20. And this is going to get them all the way to the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. They get 35 out of that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Here we go, here we go.
From the red zone now. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away. So he goes down. Offense up to the line fast.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Cowboy 80. Trap 50, trap 50.
Shaheed motioning right. Milroe from the gun. He brings it in. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. And dose of the hurry up here. On third down, here's Johnson. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Go!
He runs it across. Touchdown! The Seahawks make it a 1-score game in the 1st half. Myers to add the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Seahawks chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Seahawks 22. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's Wester on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Wester on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he's going to be pushed down up near that 40-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. New set of downs for him and starts at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
One drawn up here for Lamar. Breaks across midfield, hits the opposing territory. And he's going to be sent out of bounds on a play that sends them all the way down into the red zone. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Well, Brock, a lot of scoring so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More from Super Bowl 60 and Santa Clara in just a moment. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Going with King Henry here. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Quick to the left, it's caught. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line. Offense in the hurry up here.
Gain on the play leads to 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Running this with Henry. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. It's a gain of 5, and he's just short. That's 3rd, less than a yard.
Now we get to a very interesting call on 3rd down. Kind of a crescendo to this drive. Can the defense rise up knowing there is no margin for error? Just a single yard to go.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. He's keeping it. Gotta get it forward. And he gets in. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Luke tacks on the extra point. And the Ravens double their lead to 14.
Ravens 36, Seahawks 22. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Shaheed now to return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line. And send him over right. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Throw left side. Caught by Smith and Jigba. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
It's a gain of 10.
Hot 70, hot 70.
Seahawks.
Shotgun handoff to Johnson. Ooh, he made most of that one, didn't he? Give him 9 yards on that 1st down carry. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line.
It's 2nd and
Shotgun now for Milrow. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line. From the red zone on 1st. And this won't be Cox. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
Hey, eventually, Kate, as a quarterback, you better be careful throwing check down after check down after check down. Eventually, that defense will catch on to it, and they'll make him pay and punish him there physically.
2nd and 10. No road to throw. Into traffic. Complete. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try to field goal right now.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
Went right, and that's intercepted. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. The design run, Jackson keeping it. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Well, while we all enjoyed that halftime show, right, Brock? These guys were strategizing how to win that Lombardi. We're back underway in the Super Bowl. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Back to work after throwing the pick. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. Big shot to begin the drive. Has him up beyond the 40. Now they're going to throw out of the gun. And he'll get this up to his own 44. Giving that tackle to Kyle Van Noy.
The positive of that effort, he didn't go backwards. Didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
Chased out to his right. Flings it deep down the middle. It is caught at the 20. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Offense to the line fast. Here's Milroe to throw. Escapes the pocket.
Dude, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the Nets, the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Throwing now. Milroe. Buys time, rolling right. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Seahawks cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready, ready?
All right, they're going to throw for it. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Roquan Smith with the pick. Well, he looked maybe a little unsure of the call, Brock, and that 2-point try unraveled out there.
Or maybe they were just surprised by the look this defense came out in. Either way, unfortunately, not a whole lot you can do once that ball snapped. Got to find some way to make that call work.
Here's Wester on the return. Good work so far. He's got room. The 40. Hits the 20. And he is gone. Touchdown. I think we know somebody who really likes the way kickoffs were redesigned, partner. The old format. What, teams were lucky if they got 2 in a season, and here he's got 2 by himself in this game.
Yeah, if you think about it, Kate, like in our lifetime, we have not seen such a drastic new rule change that's created so much new scheme and opportunity. These returns, well, they're a product of hard work, new scheme, and finding ways to exploit the weakness of your opponent.
After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. From the gun, Milroe. And this is brought to a stop up at, say, the 34-yard line there. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here's Milroe, 1st and 10. Johnson here on the dump off. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
And he doesn't see a window he likes so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down.
That's a veteran move right there by a rookie quarterback. You see so many rookies, we do, Kate, who try to play hero ball and force things in every single spot. He's already wise enough to know how to throw it away.
Downfield, that finds Shaheed. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks shrinking the lead some in the third. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's down to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Maybe a little panic here. Maybe they feel like they have to. Down 2 scores. Look at this. Lining up for the onside kick here in the third. And no dice on this kick. The Ravens recover. All right, partner, are you on board with that call we just saw? Yes, they trailed, but it's not a huge lead. It's only in the third quarter. Holding, you jumped the gun. Now they're in a tougher spot because they didn't recover. Did you say no?
No. No.
Why not?
Because 95% of the time or so, those things fail. Why would you do that this early? No.
This one's going to move them all the way down to the 25-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Here's a give from Henry. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Complete, Derrick Henry. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens push their lead to 15. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to him, a check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do.
And he's into the end zone. That play adds a couple more to their lead. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Shaheed now to return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. To the air, Milrow. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in. But out of bounds.
18, Warriors 17.
Milrow throwing again now on 2nd down. And for one of the few times this game, Brock, the target his way does not connect. It's incomplete. And they've got to figure things out on 3rd down. So 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. Milrow throwing on 3rd down. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
Quite the brave call they're making in this situation, Brock. They're going for it on 4th. Trying for it with Milrow. And as we kind of expected, it does not work out. So a little surprised to see him go for it. They're headed off after they turned it over on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.